In this lesson on exponential equations, we're going to start with the easy ones. We're going to start with the ones that don't need factorizing, and then we will also begin with ones that you will hopefully remember from grade 10. Okay, I've got some tips on the side and steps. The beginning idea with all of this is that you have to get the bases the same on both sides, and that's pretty much 90% of exponential equations require you to do that. Okay, so I need to get 16 as prime factors, and that's also a very useful skill to use frequently when it comes to exponential equations. Okay, it's not all the time, but most of the time it will help you. So I can leave my 2 to the x like that, and I can rewrite 16 with prime bases, and I can use the fact button on the calculator to get that for me, and I will have 2 to the 4. Okay, then I drop the bases, or I equate the exponents, and I say x equals 4, and that is my answer. Okay, for the next one, a decimal is not going to be useful here, so as previously, we need to change the decimal into a common fraction, okay, which I can have as 6 over 10 or 5 over 3. And here I've got 3 times 5 to the x. So what you might remember is that you can't multiply the 3 and the 5 because the 5 has an exponent and the 3 does not have exactly the same exponent. I need to leave the 5 to x there, and I need to divide both sides by the 3. Okay, I'll actually leave the 3 and then just show you that that's what I'm doing. I'm now going to divide both sides by 3. Okay, so obviously then I have 5 to the x on the left hand side, and I can do a little tip and times, or I'm welcome to do that step in on the calculator, okay, which gives me 1 over 5. And then I need to rewrite the right hand side with an exponent. I need to get it into a form where its base is 5 and then it's got whatever exponent it's got. You might be able to know that immediately it's 5 to the negative 1. I'm moving it up. I'm moving 5 to the 1 up, and therefore I'm making its exponent negative. Okay, so my answer here is also quite straightforward by the end. With exponential equations, the last step is always really, really easy. It's the beginning and knowing how to start that causes the issues. And here's a good example. Okay, big mess. Let's look at some tips on the side here. The surd is not going to help us. So in previous examples where there were surds, we actually left them in surd form. And again, I'm going to say, well, what happens if I change this into 4 to the power of 1 over 5? Well, then I've got 4 to the something, and then I've got 2 to the something and 16 to the something, which sounds really good because they're all going to end up with base 2. So that'll definitely work. Okay, so definitely going to change the surd. And then I want to get everything into the same bases. Okay, last tip here says ensure that there's only one base with x's. So let's see where that gets us. Okay, so the 16, let me go straight away and change that into 2 to the 4 to the x. Your brain might already be saying, but that's just 2 to the 4x, in which case please feel free to skip the step that I'm doing. Then I've got 2 to the x plus 1. Okay. And then I'm going to have 4 to the power of 1 over 5. Okay, which I immediately want to rewrite as 2 to the 2 to the 1 over 5. Okay, let's see if we can clean up what's happening on the left-hand side. That is 2 to the 4x, 2 to the x plus 1, and because I am multiplying bases that are the same, I'm going to add the exponents. Okay, so when I go on to my next line, that's going to be 2 to the 4x plus x, which is going to be 5x, and then plus 1. I'm just doing ordinary rules there, but it may feel like something new because it's being applied in a new context. Okay, on this side, I'm now going to have 2 to the power of 2 times 1/5. Can do that little step on the calculator if you like. 2 to the power of 2/5. Okay, I've actually got exactly what I need. And I do have only the one base with x's in it, which is 2. I didn't end up with 5s or 4s or 16s. I left those, or turned the ones that I could into powers of 2, which is the whole idea, is to get the same base. Okay, so then I'm going to have to drop the bases or equate the exponents. So 5x plus 1, the easy step, is 2/5, so 5x is negative 3/5, and so x equals negative 3 over 25.